You're
Okay,
both
now we're
frozen.
ready.
Okay.
But let me get you guys on this side. All right, perfect.
You're both frozen.
We're
Let me
not.
try
We're
this.
like on our side.
Is that better?
Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Better. I think there's too much going on with my Wi-Fi.
Bet.
Good.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
So, Ian, Landon, good morning.
good morning.
Good
We
morning.
are doing our second video for pre-week 5. Um, Decided to do a second one this week, and Ian is joining us. So, Ian, how you feeling about your matchup today?
I'm feeling good. Hey, Daddy's busy. 1 second. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna whoop your butt, and that's the end of that.
I like how you tried to cock block me with the tight ends. I saw you doing these ad drops, so I text you real quick and say, "Hey, your plan isn't working."
Yeah, I was wondering why that wasn't working.
Last year that would have. They made a few
I
changes
know.
this
That's why I
year.
did it.
So you are currently in this Browns Vikings game. You've got 20.95 points with Judkins. Could have been a lot higher if that 52, 53-yard TD would not have been called back. Yeah, I know that would have hurt me, but I've got him going in another league, so I was kind of pulling for it. Um, Anything you want to say about the matchup before we get into the first of two polls?
I do like all the rookies in this on the Browns. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I like what the Browns have going in general. I think they made the right move with getting Flacco out of there, and they just look clean.
Yeah, with Flacco, I mean, he's not the future. He's really not even the present, but it was nice to see all the young guys going in and playing together. So I posted a poll, and this kind of ties into why you were trying to do um, the ad drops on the tight ends.
Hmm.
I'm going to have to turn off my.
This is the craziest. This is the craziest cut in the entire world, and
Hi.
this is being live
Oh,
streamed.
oh, is it real? We're live right now.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
on that note, fantasy football related.
Yeah. So Ian, to go more in depth, if you were to lose today, why do you think that would be?
I'm not gonna lose today, but I do think that my depth is a problem in this league. That's for sure. I'm trying to pull up my team right now so that way I can give you a better overview.
You're good, bro. Take your time.
I need Fields to have a big day against Dallas, basically. And it kind of depends on what New Orleans does against the Giants too. It could be Wandale or it could be Slayton. I don't know if you noticed. I picked up both of them just to be safe.
I do like that one.
Um, but I was mentioning it earlier when I made the trade for Judkins. I think Judkins can end the year a top 5 running back in points for. I think if we keep this up with the Browns and what we got going, I think they got a solid chance to end up with some pretty serious fantasy player or fantasy contributors
Yeah.
to that team. What about you? How you liking your matchup this week against Nate?
Honestly, I'm not a fan. Um, Especially after Puka start. I mean, honestly, that's a pedestrian play for Puka, which is 30
Mm-hmm.
points, which is kind of crazy to say. But he put up 30, and then Cleveland defense is performing well. That Minnesota offense can't click on any type of cylinders right now. But I think I need a huge game from Jackson Dart, whereas I think that's going to be the difference. If he can put up 35 plus, I think I'll be okay. But if he puts up pedestrian numbers like 20, 25, I think it's going to hurt me. And I think that'll be the
You
difference
got
in the
to
matchup.
get by Quentin Johnston, the biggest surprise of the year.
That is true. I think he's going to go crazy. I'm hoping that JSN can match Quentin Johnson, and I'm hoping that Nico can match what Puka did.
Nico against that Baltimore defense should be all right for you.
That,
Baltimore's not looking good.
yeah, and they have no Kyle Hamilton over the top anymore, so that'll be huge. He just got ruled inactive.
So is Bucky playing this week? I don't recall ever seeing anything on that. Is he officially out?
Bucky's out, and it's more so the shoulder injury that they're worried about than the foot, which for me, I like. I know everyone's going to have mixed opinions on that because of the fact that a shoulder injury could happen anytime after a huge hit,
Mhm.
but I'm okay with it due to the fact that at least I'm not having to worry about a foot injury because a foot injury can linger and linger and linger.
I'm looking over at Rob and Jason's matchup, and I can't believe Rob is chugging along like this. This is crazy. This is absurd.
It is insane.
What is this? How is he doing this?
6
I
and
don't
2.
understand.
Finally, just put players on the IR this week. Learned how to do it. I open bench spot and still 6 and 2.
I mean, ETN I think was a surprise for him.
Yeah,
Kamara's been Kamara. Everyone, I don't know why people ever doubted him. James Cook, oh my gosh. I mean, the only question mark he's got is Hurts, and
that's a
saying
good.
lot.
Yeah, that's a great question mark to have.
Looking over at Jason's team, I see nothing but question marks.
Yeah, he needs. His first 2 picks were very unfortunate. Brian Thomas and Chase Brown.
Oh, that should have been a setup for the ages right there.
Yes, I
That should have
100%
been
agreed.
that, and then he just traded. I don't know if you saw it. I think it was last week we made a trade where he acquired Dobbins.
I didn't actually see that.
Yeah. He made a trade for J.K. Dobbins. That was a trade Jason and I made. I'm trying to recall what I received in return.
How many trades did you
I
make last
believe-
week? 3?
I made quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Too many. Oh, okay, gotcha. It was for Garrett Wilson.
Oh.
Mia's not playing with you? I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, Daddy's doing something. Can we talk later? Can you go eat a chocolate bar? Okay, he's gone. He's good for a few minutes.
So you traded. Was that straight up?
I'm trying to remember. I believe it was. A straight up situation.
Okay, yeah.
Jason was in need of a. I'm trying to go back and look at the history.
Yes,
right
so
now. I can't
actually,
recall.
last Tuesday, you made 2 trades. One with Dad, one with Jason, and then Dad made 2 trades, one with you and then one with Sean. If you would like to go over your trades first that you made and the reasonings behind it, we can do that, and then we can go over Dad's and Sean's after as well.
Yeah. So basically, I lost Malik Neighbors, unfortunately, and so I kind of had to pivot. And I see J.K. Dobbins being a good feature back right now, but I don't know if anyone's kind of noticed. R.J. Harvey's been slowly working his way back into the lineup.
Yeah.
He's been getting more and more touches every single week, and I think eventually in the next couple weeks, what's going to happen is you're going to see J.K. is going to be great. They're going to utilize the holy heck out of him. And then they're going to bring in R.J. Harvey when it gets time for playoff push. They want the fresh legs for later on in the season when it comes for championship time. So I needed a receiver, so I went ahead and made the push for Garrett Wilson, who I think is getting just target haul right now. Even if they're not great targets, they're targets.
Absolutely.
And then I turned around and I think I made arguably one of the biggest moves of the season. As I mentioned, I think Judkins can end the year a top 5 running back, so I went ahead and traded Odunze and Scadaboo for him. I think Scadaboo is a great running back, but I think his playing style is going to get him hurt. And I think Odunze is just going to be just fine. He's been fantastic this year, and I think there's no reason to expect anything less. So I think it was a pretty even swap.
I agree. I mean, I do like the Rome and Scat side a little bit better. Obviously, as you know, I told the group chat I was about to accept the trade offer that you sent me. It was those two for Bucky, and I go to accept it and find out that you no longer have those players. So it was a matter of probably seconds that I missed out on that package for Bucky. Obviously, it would have been nice for me, but I like every single player that you traded for. That J.K. Dobbins for Garrett Wilson one. Garrett Wilson's quarterback may not throw the ball a lot, but Garrett Wilson's target share will get him the ball. He'll get him the opportunities.
Well, and I've been streaming the quarterback position this year, so I don't know if you've noticed. I went and picked up Justin Fields off of waivers when he got cleared for concussion. So even if Fields hits him 4 or 5 times, that's double the points for me.
Absolutely, 100%. No, I mean I like it, and your streaming options have been very solid as well this year, which can never go wrong with. It's always a positive.
Happens in a 10-team league.
Well, unless you're not active on the waivers. All right, perfect. So then, Dad's trade. Did we go over that one? We did not, correct?
No.
All right. So Dad and Sean made a trade. I think this is completely lopsided, but Dad traded Sean, Tajay Spears, Travion Henderson, and Sam Darnold. In return, he got Lamar Jackson and Kenneth Walker. I believe Sean's reasoning was that he had to make a trade because Lamar's going to be out. We don't know how long, so he needs to trade him. And proceeded to trade for Tajay Spears, who, in my opinion, is nothing. Travion Henderson, who obviously we see is not the workhorse that we thought he was going to be for the win now mode. And Sam Darnold, I do like, but that's just like every other quarterback on the waivers. So, what are your opinions on it?
I don't like it. I think Sean got screwed.
I Yeah,
I, obviously we all love Lamar Jackson. He's out for 3 weeks, but come put playoff time, that's a game changer. You make it through these next couple weeks with, I think, Dad has a good couple quarterbacks to help get him through. Now, a big question mark is going to be Kenneth Walker. Will Zach Charbonnet come in and take over? Will it just keep reverting to Sam Darnold and JSN? I like what Torrey Horton's got going on there. There's all kinds of question marks about Kenneth Walker, but as of right now, he looks good. So,
absolutely. I
not,
agree. I mean, as a Seahawks fan, Sharp, and Kenneth Walker, I feel like are better NFL running backs than they are fantasy running backs, just because Sharp will vulture the touchdowns and Kenneth Walker will be from the 20 to 20, and Sharp will be inside the 20s pretty much. And then my biggest thing is I just feel like Lamar for that package is fine. So the cherry on top with adding Kenneth Walker is pretty spicy. But I mean, if Tajay Spears performs, let's say Stevenson fumbles again today, possibly now he gets two solid RBs.
well, and here's the crazy part. Sean didn't need to make that trade. You could put Lamar on the IR and then just go stream a quarterback for the next couple weeks. Not that
Yep,
big of a deal.
100% agreed. 100%. Well, now that that is done, we got the trades. Do you want to hop into the first what you call it poll?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's go here, and then I'm actually gonna minimize that. Oh, well, that kind of gave that away, unfortunately. But let's see if I can share my screen. Let's share my screen. We're gonna share this screen. Okay, perfect. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Perfect. So now that we see this, we're gonna get into this. We got our Week 5 fantasy football power rankings by ours truly. Um, is that Dad that joined, or is that something else? Well,
It's
anyways,
probably me. But
okay,
I can see the slideshow.
Got you. So unfortunately, I don't know if you guys heard at the beginning, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be Ian and I for the rest of the video, and I think we are
Double
on.
winners.
Yes, and I think that we are only going to get to this poll today due to the fact that we don't have the results for the other one. But let's dive into this. At number 10, we are going to have. Wait, we've paused this preview to save your resources. Do you see that?
No, I see what you're on. Number
Okay.
10.
Okay, perfect. So, number 10. We got Sean. The league agrees that Sean is the worst team. He had a vote at 6 and he had 7 votes at 10.
Oh, his best was 6.
Yeah,
The highest he got was 6.
correct. So his
Oh,
highest.
that's an F, my boy. Do something.
Yeah, that
Come on, fantasy guru.
Sean this was even after the trades that you made, which could have an effect on why you had 7 people vote that you were the worst team in the league, but let's see if you can make any other transactions that can get your team a little bit better. At number 9,
Left.
go ahead.
Only a couple weeks left for that to happen.
100%.
Time, Sean. Once you get too far behind, it's over.
It's gonna be tough to get yourself out of the hole. Because he's 1-7. Everyone else in his division is 3-7 or better.
You're
So
right there, dude.
yeah,
You could do it. 1 week, we'll turn that around.
absolutely. Do you want to hit on? Here, I'll let you say the next one.
Jason. Jason's at the point now where I think he's just trying not to come in last place again.
I
I
would
think he's
definitely agree.
mortified. But you know what? Jason's team also is pretty solid. I'm trying to pull it up right now so that way I can get a better.
Absolutely.
You know, like we talked about, Brian Thomas and Chase Brown, huge disappointments for him. If Brian Thomas can actually wake up, you know, I think the Jags are good. I think they're just a little confused at what's going on right now. Everything's still a little new for them, and Brian Thomas looks soft. So, you know, Jason's lucky that he picked up Daniel Jones.
Agreed.
That's
100%.
That's the main point in this.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Daniel Jones, I mean, he started off very strong, I think, 2 40-plus point performances, and then now he's back in the 20s the last 2 weeks. So let's hope that he can get back on track with those higher point totals for Jason's sake.
Coming with the decrease of Daniel Jones, though, has come with the rebirth of JT.
Absolutely, and that I am perfectly okay with.
I think we're going to see the rest of the season them kind of alternate weeks.
I agree. To be honest, I do. But they do get Alec Pierce back, so a deep threat weapon that hopefully doesn't fumble at the 1 yard line like Adonai Mitchell did last week. Cost Jason about 10-plus points on that one play.
Adonai has a chance to be so good, and then he does some stupid stuff like that.
Yeah. No, you and I both agree. I was high on Adonai over the offseason.
I still am. I still think he has potential to be great.
I do
I
too.
think him and Jones are a good pairing. I think if you can honestly get Anthony Richardson to play like Daniel Jones is playing right now with the skill set that he has, Adonai Mitchell could be elite.
I agree.
Just throw it 90 yards down the field every.
Yeah, just dust your cornerback and go. Perfect. So we'll get into the next one now. In 8th, we actually have Dad. So I think that the trades that he made helped him. 1 with depth, but 2 with just overall better players. But I don't think he wins this week. I think it's gonna be closer than what you expect, but I don't think he will win. I think that Dad's number one thing is just injuries. He's just been riddled by injuries and went and bought Lamar as a 2-6 team, which could bite him in the butt, could not. But if he doesn't make the playoffs, I love that we will not be looking to face Lamar at all. That'll be my positive. Do you have any takes on Dad's team?
I think he's got a strong future if they hit it. If everyone can get healthy and play the way he thinks that they'll play, it's a success. But if one person falls off, kind of like the Brock Bowers news this morning, it's disastrous.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you said, Brock Bowers got listed as out this morning. And I don't know if Dad said it on here right before we started the call, but he did say that he honestly doesn't expect to beat you, and so he will only pick up a tight end if the game is close later in the day, and if
Yeah, he's
not,
get a hold on him.
yeah, because he's already using two of his IR spots, so he can't actually
Yep.
place Brock there. Perfect. So, and then the next one you'll hit on is actually going to be the one and only Dylan.
This man has done absolutely jack shit all year, and he continues to win. I don't get it. I guess don't fix something that ain't broke, but Dylan, tug along with Bo Nix. Better days are to come.
Absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, you guys can't play the Bengals defense every single week.
Exactly. But you know what? Bo's the best in the league, so I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's rich. That's rich.
I've been saying he's at least better than Jalen Hurts.
You have been saying that. You have been saying that. And I love it. As a Ducks fan, I love seeing him succeed. And actually, fun fact. Uh, oh, actually, no, that's a different matchup. I was going to say, though, as a Ducks fan, Jaden Daniels and Justin Herbert this week are finally competing against each other for the first time since ASU versus Oregon probably 6 years ago. And so that'll be fun to watch. That matchup will be. But yes, I do agree. Bo Nix, I think he has potential to be a top five quarterback. He's just got to put everything together, and he's not there yet.
I think he needs help. If the receivers stop dropping the freaking
Yeah.
balls, I mean, I can't. He's got to. There's got to be a stat somewhere for receivers who have receiving cores that have dropped the amount of passes, and he would win. Fine, no question.
No, absolutely. I do see a ton of clips with his receivers just dropping it. A ton.
And I'm a Broncos fan.
All right. And then six. I'll let you do this one too, actually, because of the person. And sixth, we have Mark.
Mark's in the same boat as Jason, just doesn't want to lose. But you know what? I do like Mark's team as well this year. He's got some very, very strong pieces. And it seems that it always works out that way for him every single year. He'll always have one or two pieces that are insanely strong, and then he'll have pieces that don't do that were supposed to be good that just do absolutely nothing. Or AJ
Absolutely.
Brown,
Yep.
Cooper Cup, Travis Hunter. So
Absolutely.
I mean, he's lucky with Stafford. He's got Barkley. Adams is hit or miss. I think Adams is still a good wide receiver. I just think for fantasy, he's a wide receiver two at best. But unfortunately, Mark's having to use him like a wide receiver one right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think with Rice coming back, with Jennings, if you can get Juwan Jennings healthy, Mark's got a solid team.
Absolutely. No, I agree. I just think his downfall, like you said, all those players that you mentioned, I think the biggest one is actually Barkley. Because Barkley at this point last season had probably a handful at least, of 60 plus yard touchdowns or at least 60 plus yard runs. I don't think he has a single one yet this year.
Yeah, he's definitely not been worth that number one overall pick. That's
Correct.
no doubt.
Correct. So I think that one hurts alongside every other player that you mentioned just not performing because yes, Barkley's doing well, but he's not doing what Barkley did last year. So after that, we actually have in fifth your boy Oscar, which I am truly surprised that Oscar made his way up to fifth based off his first 2 weeks. But then he sent a text out in the group chat talking about, all right, y'all, now my team's finally going to turn its tide. We're actually going to play, so everyone just lock in and be ready to see me in the playoffs or whatever he said, something along those lines. And I don't think he's lost since. I think he's 4-0 since that text. So he has the opposite of me. You said what?
Unacceptable.
Literally, because he's the opposite of me. When I try to talk like that, I unfortunately lose. And then when yeah, thanks. And well, we'll get into that. And then when he talks, clearly it helps him out. So His best was actually he got one third place vote, he got one ninth place vote, and we'll get into all the total votes at the end. But that's what gets him in this fifth slot. As for Oscar, though, he is now second in his division, which is crazy. But that division is so respectfully, that division is so weak. We have our division is a lot tougher. Their division is a lot weaker due to the fact that they're not making as many transactions, which we mentioned in the previous video. But he's actually Jordan Mason. I don't know if he came back. I do know he was down being looked at last quarter in the third quarter. I don't know if he's come back yet or not. But Jordan Mason, if he is done for the day, finished with 14 points, which is not ideal. But Michael Pittman's actually been pretty surprising. Pittman's been surprising. Mahomes has looked good and still doesn't have Rice on the field. Justin Herbert's looked good. And when you have two good quarterbacks, I feel like that really helps your team. And as you know, you picked up Justin Fields, have Josh Allen. Your quarterbacks are solid.
Yep.
You want to hit on anything on his team, or you think we're good?
I think you kind of said it all.
Perfect. So then we'll get into the fourth one. It is Nate.
Nate is one of those rare unicorns where I don't know how he does it. I know I've said that a couple times, but Nate always seems to do nothing but do everything. Sorry, my son's in here wanting to rip around. Hey, you guys aren't out front, are you? Where are you? Out back? You're not. The garage is closed. It's open. Okay, it better be closed. Nate always seems to make it work, though. This dude's team is always loaded. He always pulls off some of the biggest upsets. He's got Nakua. He's got Henry. Javonte Williams has been a magical surprise for people this year, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. And then Quentin Johnston, who I think is the biggest surprise of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, Nate's got a solid team. I think he's got a strong run into the playoffs. I just think he doesn't have the depth that some of the top teams have.
Which that part is 100% accurate, and I think that's what's holding him from top three. That I think that's what's holding him from the third spot compared to the fourth spot, in my opinion. But obviously, as you see, maybe the person that put him in eighth, we don't know who it is because we like to keep it anonymous. But I wonder who put him in at eighth and why. That would be fun to hear about because it could potentially be your reasoning about the depth if one person goes down. Like, let's say Puka gets suspended or something. Obviously, I don't want to see him get hurt. But let's say something happens to him, and now that's a 40-point player, 30 to 40-point player weekly. Who's he going to plug in? Malik Washington? I mean, Malik might have he might have a better role without Tyreek in the offense, but he's not going to be Puka.
Exactly.
So I think you put that perfectly about the depth. Just a lack of depth is what's going to hurt him. Now, in third, we have Robbie. No idea how this happened. He is the only player. This is the only time in a poll I think I've seen someone get voted as the best and the worst in the same vote. I have no idea who voted him 10th. That I would really love to hear why. But his best was 1. His worst was 10th. With everything in between, that still got him to that third spot because that 10th was an outlier. And yes, I put it into I did use that in the equation to find him in the third spot, but I don't think the 10th is actually accurate. But for Robbie, he's first in his division, 6-2. I think he can lose both games I think he can lose against the median score and lose his matchup this week and still be in first. So he has some breathing room. But Jordan Addison, unfortunately, no idea what happened to him today, but he got benched. I don't know if you saw that, but the first quarter he didn't play a single snap, and they're not saying why. Maybe after the game we'll find out. But he has James Cook, like you hit on, Travis Etienne, 2 high-performing RBs, and that's huge in this league.
Yes. Now, on the Addison, I think he has a history of having attitude issues. And if you know anything about Kevin O'Connell,
yeah,
he's very much a structured individual.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
I don't think he will deal with any attitude backlash. And as we know, Addison has a history of stirring the pot or causing drama. So I think that's probably part of the reason with him.
I could see that. I thought either that or he was just late.
Yeah, that ties in with attitude, in
Got
my
you.
opinion.
Got you.
That's a
Okay.
behavioral,
Yeah.
instance. And Kevin O'Connell will not put up with that.
Absolutely. No, 100% agree. That's one of those coaches you just don't want to mess around with.
Nope.
All right.
All right, who we
Well,
got in second?
I can't actually.
Let's
I
see
don't know if
who's
my
in
cursor is on
second.
my left or my right screen. Oh, it's on my right screen. In second, I will let you hit on him. It is the
Oh,
one and only Ian.
that's illegal. That should be illegal right there because I clearly have the best team in the league. There's no questions asked.
I mean, there's clearly some questions due to the fact that
How bad?
your worst is fifth and your best is first.
There can't be any questions. There's no way. I have the depth. I have the starters. I have the winning team. Judkins is my third best running back, and he's got me 30 points right now.
Damn.
I have Gibbs and Genty and Judkins to carry me through.
If it
I
makes you
don't know
feel
how you
better.
beat that.
Yeah, no, I mean, if it makes you feel better, you had the most first place votes.
Ah, I like hearing that. So how did you get first? Seems rigged to me.
We'll get into that.
Is
So,
it because I was ranked the lowest?
no,
I
no,
had a low ranking, and you somehow had a higher ranking.
we'll go over that. We'll go over that. In the first, so obviously we agree from the beginning. I think you and I agreed that we had the best teams. I mean, personally, I didn't come on to the first video and say you had the best, but at the end, I did sneak in. Actually, I am hating on Ian way too much. I do like his team. I just feel like he doesn't have the depth. Then you made a couple trades. You made a couple transactions. I do think you are top two. But in first, we have myself. You wanted to say Quinshawn's your RB3. Bucky is mine. Obviously, I know Bucky's not playing this week or next, but I have Jonathan Taylor. I have Bucky, and then who's my third? Oh, and Achan. Like those are.
Achan's gonna be good. Go downhill quick here soon, in my opinion.
I don't think he quite literally cannot go. He cannot go downhill. He had one catch last game. No idea how. Of course, because I bet is over probably. But he had one catch, and he still finished with 26 because he had 99 rushing yards, 20 attempts on the ground, a touchdown. Like if he's not getting it in the running game, he's gonna get in the passing game. If he's not getting in the passing game, he's gonna get in the running game.
The problem is once McDaniels gets fired.
I could see that, and I have thought about that. But at the same time, that's their best playmaker. They only have Jalen Waddle and him.
Yeah. 1 second. I
No,
got
you
that
good. You
duty.
good. You good.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, in my opinion, I do think that, personally, humble opinion, I don't know if I'm first, but I am top three. That Bucky injury is a little annoying, and we kind of already hit on that about how it's a shoulder and not a foot injury. I do not enjoy hearing that he has multiple injuries, but that's my RB3. Like, I have Jonathan Taylor, RB1 on the season. You have Achan. He's going to be, I think he's probably top, he's got to be top 10 with all his catches. But I just feel as if I have the most amount of depth. Maybe not running back depth, but I do think I have the most receiving depth.
Yeah,
But
I think the problem with these receivers, you can pick up a dime a dozen these days.
absolutely, but you can't pick up a. Okay, so those are my top three RBs. My top three wide receivers. Okay, my top two wide receivers are JSN and Nico. Two top 10 wide receivers.
Nico's just, oh man, I love Nico, but good golly, that offense looks bad.
It's yeah. I mean, Nico's just not getting the deep opportunities that he normally gets because of how bad the offensive line is.
And then with Taylor, you better hope they don't run him into the ground. You better hope Giddens doesn't start making some plays like I think he can.
I think. Oh no, I 100% think he can too. But they're as long as they continue to be in playoff contention, they're not gonna try to give DJ the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So I mean, it's crazy that I'm even saying that in week 5. But the Colts are the most fun turnaround team in the season this year so far.
That, and I'm a fan of what the Browns are doing. I like what's going on in Cleveland.
I am too. I mean, obviously, you know me, Oregon, Dylan Gabriel. So if he can pull off an
Yes,
upset,
Gabriel. They have the sneaky guy with Bond. You got Judy there, who I think is ass. I really like. I really like their new young tight end that they have there, who I think's a stud.
absolutely. No, I mean they got some good teams, but now that we know the top 10, here are the total cumulative votes. We got Ian first place, he got voted 4 times. Second, he got voted twice. Third, he got voted once. And fifth. The fifth is what brought him down. I had no fourth or fifth round vote, or fourth or fifth overall votes. I had one less first, two more seconds, and then same third.
Seems rigged. Rigged. I'm throwing a flag on the play.
But and then I did not rank these in order of first to last. Obviously, with Ian on top, you know I didn't because he's never on top. But um, we have Jason with. We're gonna start from the bottom. Jason, obviously, he received a lot of votes on the lower side, as well as I think it was Jason and Sean. Oh, Sean, I didn't even put on this list because he had 7 out of the 8. Only 8 people in our league voted, unfortunately, but he had 7 out of his 8 votes as the worst team, and then he had one on 5th. And I'm going to assume that Sean was the one that ranked himself 5th, if I had to guess. So
Well, someone just said "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo."
that is true, but hopefully Sean is self-aware and realizes that his team is nothing other than last. Um, but and then you got Dylan, Dad, Oscar, all these teams. As you can tell, there's not really like a top heavy team, as well as a. I mean, we really only have an anchor in this league. Everyone else is kind of interchangeable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think everyone's on the same playing field this year.
I agree. It's fun, and as we've mentioned, the chat, the league overall, it's just been so much better. It's been so much more fun hearing everyone talk and all the banter going back and forth.
I like the shit talking. Makes it more fun. That's what fantasy football should be about. We gotta
Absolutely.
we gotta recreate the league. Show the league. We're just gonna do a documentary on how shit talking can escalate.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I would like that. And then hopefully, obviously, I know this episode did not go as planned, but I
Dad.
enjoyed it. Yeah, Dad.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and hopefully, like, you can join us more often. Hopefully, I know you're busy. Maybe Nate, Oscar, anyone that's willing to join and just provide an extra voice. I enjoyed it though.
100%. 100%. Now it's time to go watch the Broncos whoop that Eagle ass.
Absolutely. And then Seattle Bucks today as well. It's gonna be a fun day of football.
Yes, sir. Everyone chime into the group chat.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, we enjoyed this episode. Ian, it was great to have you. Hopefully, having you more. But I appreciate it. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Brad, later.
All right, later. All right, y'all. So